I've recently started to play XDefiant, the free-to-play first-person shooter video game developed by Ubisoft. I'm sure you guys have heard about it, and I'm actually really enjoying it. The game features maps and factions from several other Ubisoft games like Watch Dogs, Far Cry, The Division, and whatnot. It's a multiplayer first-person shooter featuring 6v6 game modes. Game modes include Escort, where you have to escort a robot to a destination the opposition tries to slow you down or prevent you from doing so, and then in the next round they try to beat your time and you try to stop them. After that, you've got Zone Control, where you have to attack or defend capture zones. Then you've got Simple Domination, Point ABC, just like Call of Duty, and then you've got Occupy, which is like headquarters, and then you've got Hotshot, which is like kill confirmed. But there's this added thing where after you get a few kills and confirmations in a row, you become the Hotshot. You get a speed and damage boost. It is pretty fun. Then the factions that I mentioned earlier, they all come with their own unique abilities with a cooldown meter. There are these basic abilities that you get to choose from, and then there is this thing called Ultra, which becomes available after you've done some crazy damage to your opposition. These abilities are really fun to use and give the game a unique personality without doubt. The cleaners from the Division have fire-based attacks. They can do some serious damage with their fire attacks. The Phantoms from Ghost Recon have defensive abilities like setting up shields and whatnot. Echelon from Splinter Cell are basically recon experts with their X-ray pulse and whatnot. The Libertad from Far Cry 6 are basically medics, and then finally the DedSec from Watch Dogs are the hacking experts, the high-tech guys, spider bots and stuff. So yeah, really cool abilities. They are all really fun to use. I personally really like the cleaners because of their fire attacks and Echelon because of their cool recon abilities. What's your favorite faction from the game? Do let me know down in the comment section. Before moving on to the gameplay, the movement mechanics and the gunplay itself, let's talk a bit about the graphics, the look of this game. It is definitely not a cutting edge kind of title graphically, but looks good enough, it is decent to look at and it is really well optimized, which is something that is of massive importance. It is fantastic in terms of performance. It is buttery smooth and it looks fine. There is nothing wrong with the graphics, and I think you can actually enjoy this game on an iGPU with something like the AMD 3200G, the older ones, 3400G, or on the mobile side, 4500U, 5500U. If you have those systems, I am pretty sure that this thing should not give you any trouble. And if you are above those specs, then you are gonna have an even better experience. It is a low spec friendly title. It's not gonna tax your system a lot. And another good thing about the game is the game size itself. It's like a little over 35 gigs, something around that. So yeah, it is fantastic in terms of optimization. The size optimization and the performance, everything is just amazing. Now let's move on to the gameplay. The game features 6v6 game modes only as of now, and the movement mechanics are actually pretty good. They are not as fast as current Call of Duty games, and they are not slow either. They are somewhere in between, So they are actually similar to the older Call of Duty games like the OG Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, something like that. But yeah, there is a slide mechanic present as well. I've been playing Warzone regularly, so it took me a few games to adjust to the slower movement, but after a few games it was completely fine. I had no issues at all. The gunplay is fantastic too. It is exactly the way it should be. Nothing feels broken. Sniping is something that is a bit more powerful right now, but they might fix it. Or even if they don't, I personally don't have any issues. Shotguns behave the way they should. Snipers behave the way they should. Assault rifles are really good. I really like using assault rifles and shotguns. I really like playing close range with the AA-12, which I have unlocked recently. The game is beginner friendly too, which is really nice. The starter weapons are really decent, so you won't feel helpless out of the gate. Leveling up guns though takes a bit longer than what I like, but it is what it is. You unlock a wide variety of attachments as you level up guns. You can have 5 attachments on a gun at a time, which is fantastic. You can tune your weapons to your liking. There is a good variety of weapons present across categories for the primary slot. You've got SMGs, LMGs, assault rifles, sniper rifles. You've got everything. And then the secondaries are a bit underwhelming. You've got just 3 or 4 pistols. You've got some explosives present as well. You've got proximity mines, sticky grenades, frag grenades, and EMP grenades and whatnot. Though surprisingly, smoke grenades are absent as of now. I don't really miss them, but it is something really interesting because I've not seen a multiplayer shooter without smoke grenades in a while, and flash grenades are present and they're really useful too. The gameplay is really fun, the gunplay is solid, and there is a wide variety of guns with lots of attachments and skins to unlock, factions with their special abilities, lots of decent maps. The maps are actually quite decent. There is one map in particular that I don't like. It's called Attica, I think. It's the skyscraper map. Apart from that, I don't have any issues with any of the maps. They look really vibrant, colorful, which is something that I really appreciate. And they've got a solid foundation here. There is a limited amount of game modes present as of now, but I'm sure they're going to add some really cool stuff to this game in the future because they've got a solid foundation, like I said. And I'm really looking forward to what they do with this game because I'm going to be playing this. I'm really enjoying it, having a really good time with it, and I highly recommend it. It's free to play. It's something that you should definitely check out. Super well optimized and looks decent, and the gunplay, gameplay, everything is fantastic. It's not perfect, but it is a really solid first step, and I'm really enjoying it. How I got into this title is a really funny story too. I got into this game because of Warzone. The Season 4 update of Warzone broke the party system, and if you are familiar with Warzone, you know what I'm talking about. And I was kind of frustrated because I was not able to find players with mics, basically. So I was looking for something good to play, and I saw this game, read some stuff about it, and saw the size of it. So it was like 30 gigs or something. So I decided to check it out and fell in love with the game. As far as comparison with Call of Duty goes, I'm actually not gonna do that because this title, in my opinion, has an identity of its own. They've done a good job. It's a good game, which is what matters. It's an optimized game, which is what matters. It is a fun one without doubt, and it is free to play, which is why you should definitely check it out and share your thoughts on the game down in the comment section. The rank mode is something that I've not checked out as of yet, so I cannot say anything about it. But like I said, they've got a solid foundation, and you can only expect good things from them in the future because they've done some really good stuff here. And if you enjoyed the video, do leave a like. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.